gentlemen.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for allowing us to come into your living room again. And I've been rather busy this week. I made out my estimate tax, but I didn't sign my name to it, this estimate tax. I figure if I got to guess how much I'm going to make, let them guess who's making it. Of course, you know what income tax is, don't you? That's a politician's idea of capital punishment. Better warm up the car. You know, everything in Washington, though, is mixed up now. They don't even know who's going to run for president, actually. And even, in fact, at the White House, they've got towels marked whose and hers. The other day, while I was there, I saw two minks. I was down in Washington not long ago, and I saw two minks, and they were talking to each other, and one was wearing shorts. And one mink says, how come you're not wearing your mink coat? The other mink says, with all this trouble that's going on in Washington, I should wear a mink coat. My little boy, Richard, the other day, he came in, and he was crying, oh, like his little heart would break, and I says, what's the matter? He says, I found out that Roy Rogers is married. I said, well, everybody gets married. He says, well, why did he have to marry Twigger, though? And Valentina, she says, you know, I don't know where they get these things. She says, you know, I is smarter than you is. I said, you are? She says, yes. She says, I can answer my questions, but you can't answer yours. I says, okay, ask me a question. She says, how can a little rabbit dig a hole without leaving any dirt on the outside? I said, that's your question answered. She says, he starts at the bottom and he dig up. I said, well, how does he get to the bottom? She says, that's your question answered. There's a wonderful program called the Continental. It's on another network. We're not allowed to mention other networks. We can mention products. This is the funny thing. I mentioned Norge once, and they sent me a great big refrigerator. And then another time I mentioned Admiral television, and I got a great big Admiral television set. And then about 2 weeks ago, I mentioned a Cadillac, and believe it or not, I walked out in front of my house 2 days later and got hit by one. Well, anyhow, here's the fellow to explain the next sketch for us. So take it over.
Skelton's Scrapbook of Satire. Justifiably popular on the television airwaves these days is a certain charming man of the world who addresses his intimate remarks directly to the ladies. Red Skelton now offers, and it's all in fun, his impression of this glamorous gentleman.
Don't be afraid. It's only a motel room. I've got a lot of nice things to talk to you about. I'm so happy that you could have come. I'll ring him for the butler right now. Sam! I forgot he was out tonight. You look beautiful, though. Your hair. So soft, so nice. And your teeth. I love your teeth. What do you pay for? $1. Buck teeth, huh? That's for me? You giving me something? Well, we got the... Wait, just one moment. Let's you and I. That's for you, dear. Just you and I, all alone in our little apartment. Elgin American, are they on the list? That's the lighter. I've got some champagne just for you, dear. That's a nice. Slop that around a minute. You know, I got the... Wait a minute. What's the matter here? You look so nice tonight. So beautiful. Only thing are your stockings, they're just a little bit saggy. You know wearing stockings? You know what'd be nice to improve your legs? A hip of boots. But your beautiful little hands. Your glove looks so nice. Could I have your glove just for memory? Thank you. I'll keep this forever. I've been sort of stalling, darling. I'm waiting for the phone to ring. There. Hello? What's the matter? Yeah, long distance. Just a moment. I get the long distance phone. Hello. What's that? It's now about 7:45. That's fine. That's okay. Don't bother me no more. I'm here with a very nice lady. Goodbye. I wish that Boulevard Watch Company would let me alone. But now I have a little poem just for you. I kicked the bucket. Here's just a little bit of a thing just for you, darling. Here's the moments that are stolen, and the stealing is certainly wrong. But after the moments were stolen, to whom do they really belong? If the husband no come to claim them, or the wife no make a fuss, let's hold our heads up proudly and say they belong to us. For if you had a bushel of apples and they were left alone to rot, and a neighbor came by and he ate them, would you blame him? Certainly not. Because apples were made to be eaten, and the moments were made for delight. So that's what I would tell our conscience. It would keep us awake tonight. That's it for you. And now I have something real nice just for you. Would I, my butler, hand it in to me, please? For you, darling. Something just for you and me. Wear it in good health. Now I also have... Don't throw it like that. I'm going to eat it later. Sam. And now I have something else for you, darling. A flower. What kind of flower do you like? We've got Aunt Jemima. We got Swansdown. We got all kinds of flower. Are they on the list? And now, something I made just for you. A pie. That is just for you. Of course, you know what's a-coming, don't you? I made that with my own little hands. If you find the fingers in there, they're mine. Who came in? Who's this? That's your husband. How come all the time we have our little rendezvous, you know, tell me about your husband? That was for us, to give me back my pie. I wanted my pie. Please, could I have my... Arrivederci. I don't think that's too hokey, do you?
Skelton Scrapbook. J. Newton Numbskull. It's magic.
At this time, I will endeavor to hypnotize this beautiful lady. Look me straight in the eye.
I can't.
Why?
You're cockeyed.
Yeah. Concentrate. Concentrate. I'm going to take you far, far away where the sun never shines, where it's dark and dreary, where the days seem like weeks and the weeks seem like years.
I don't want to go to Glendale.
Careful. She didn't mean this. This goes through Pasadena. Careful. Steady now. Sleep. Sleep. Sleep.
I'm not sleeping.
You gotta go to sleep! Sleep. 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 I will now do my famous paper ball trick. I take this piece of paper and I roll it into a small ball. Place it into my mouth, make it go down through my body, through the stage, up to her head. Watch. And there is the same paper ball. So help me, I'm the same one. But the toughest part is to make it come back. But I can do it. Don't get me laughing, boy. You'll never get out of here. Count. And the same paper ball, I thank you.
What do I do with this?
I'm supposed to wait for the laugh. Now I'm going to do a very simple little trick over here. Over here we have a little bottle, and over here we have a little glass. Here I have 2 cones, which are absolutely empty. I'm going to pass to the audience for your inspections. Thank you. Now, to show you how they fit, I'm going to take this little cone, place it over the glass like this, take this little cone, place it over the bottle. Say a few magic words, hocus pocus, alakazam, and the little bottle is now over here, and over here we have the little glass. Better warm up. I'll do it again just to show you how it's done. Over here is the little bottle, over here's the little glass. Hocus pocus, alakazam, and the little glass has come back over here, and again we have the little bottle. That's good. Hocus pocus again, just to show you how simple the little trick is. Over here is the little bottle again. Now, my next trick was taught to me by the Maharaja of Gwalior at the Savoy Hotel in London. Yeah.
Hey, make the bottle come back on this table.
You'd like to see that?
Oh, yes.
Over here we have the little bottle, and over here, my next trick.
Make the bottle come on this table.
You like to see that, huh? Don't you like it over here?
No, right here.
You like to see that?
Yeah.
You know, I'd like to see that myself. Well, over here we have the little bottle. Over here we have the little glass. Focus, focus, and over here we still got the little bottle. The little bottle, huh? Well, that's very simple. Over here is the little bottle yet. Here we go. Boom, there we are. The little glass is over here, and let's face it, it's magic.
Skelton's film scrapbook, Streets of Laredo.
Well, ain't old gal, Dance Hall Norma. I knew I'd run up against you again, gal. How have you been?
Fine, did I? Fine.
How's old Three-Finger Jake, the guy that ran away with you, huh?
Well, he's inside the salon, and if I was you, I'd get it going fast.
Inside the salon? Salami, isn't it?
Salon.
Now, don't worry, I can take care of myself. Remember the time when I came in contact with that 2-gunted bandit?
No.
Oh, you remember the time when I pulled that bandit off his horse?
No.
Well, do you remember the time I offered to fight that bandit bare-fisted?
No.
Do you remember the time I was in the hospital for 3 weeks?
Yeah, I remember that.
I knew it'd come back to you.
Tell me, Dad, what you been doing?
Oh, I've been working at that ranch where they have them contented cows.
Yeah, but what do you do?
Oh, I just stand there and let them look at me. And they are contented that they're cows.
You know, Dad, you sure look different.
Oh, it must be my 12-gallon hat.
What's the extra 2 gallons for?
That's the chaser. Well, Three-Fingered Ike, I knew I'd run up against you again. Get behind me, gal.
Be careful, Dad, he's fast on the draw.
Get in front of me, gal.
I always thought you was yellow, Deadeye.
Yeah?
I can always see right through you.
Well, that's what happens when you got a hole in your head. Care for a sin-sin?
No.
Well, sir, I always said I'd meet up with you again and I'd get even with you for stealing my girl. You've heard of Duel in the Sun, ain't you? We're going to have a little squabble in the smog.
Okay, you want to fight this out fair?
Yeah, we'll fight it square.
We'll do it New Orleans style.
New Orleans style? Why, has the shrimp boats in?
Stand back to back.
Back to back.
Count 5 as you walk away. Turn and fire. Get over there.
Okay. You ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not like that! Not like that! Good heavens! Let's do it Texas style.
Don't you cheat, because you're no count. You're no count.
I'm no count, huh? Okay, I'll count 3 and then we'll draw. You ready? Up! I think I really got him.
Count,
And that's me, no count did I?
We just can't let him lie here.
Well, get something to cover him up, gal. Sorry I had to do that to you, partner, but we all got to go sooner or later, you know.
What are you going to tell the sheriff?
I'll tell him so he stuck his head out a window and yelled fire, and I did.
Songs, Deadeye, like you used to?
What's this?
You still write them songs like you used to?
Yeah, I still write them.
Would you write one for my gal here in my memory?
Why, certainly, partner. Just a minute, Holt. Well, let's see now. Funny, I'm playing here, but it sounds far, far away. Well, let's see. What can I sing? Where are we at? In Laredo, eh? Well, as I walked out into the streets of Laredo, as I walked out in Laredo one day, I spied a young cowboy all wrapped in white linen and cold as the clay.
Scrapbook. Topsy-turvy.
Okay, Mrs. Lump Lump. It's all fixed the way you want it. But it's certainly going to cost you a pretty penny.
Listen, Mrs. Swenson, I don't care if I have to pay you for the rest of my life. It's worth every cent to me. That Willie Lump Lump been gone for 5 days now, staggering around from joint to joint. Well, believe me, he's going to learn his lesson this time. Just wait till he wakes up.
Aren't you scared to put him in that room? It might frighten him to death.
Well, maybe, but I've warned him before too many times. I've said, Willie, listen to me. One of these days, you're going to come in here so high you won't be able to get down. Well, this is it.
Well, good luck. I hope it works.
Thanks, Mrs. Swenson. I'll send you a check in the morning.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Wait a minute! What is this, anyhow? Well, how come I'm up here? I wonder if Truman has repealed the law of gravity. I gotta get down. I gotta get down off this. How did I get up here, anyhow? That don't look right to me. That don't look right. I've seen a lot of rooms in my day, but this just don't look right. I need a bracer, that's what I need. Hey, Uncle Warmer, you know what happened? Oh, good heavens, it's empty. Oh, no! Maybe I ought to go to Washington. I can't get my feet on the ground either. Wait a minute. There's something awfully wrong here, boy. Something awfully wrong.
Yes, dear. What is it?
Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute here. I'll get down there with the And now I'm on the floor, but I'm afraid to stand up. Well, I can't lay here all day. Maybe I'm dead. That's it, I'm dead. I'm glad of it. The minute I thought I was sick. But I need some hot coffee in me, that's what I need. Some hot coffee.
Your lesson. You can come down now. It was all a gag.
Oh, shut up. When you sober up, come down and have your breakfast. Ladies and gentlemen, our little short visit is over for this week. I sincerely hope that I haven't said or done anything to offend anyone, and if I did, I really didn't mean to. I do hope that you have as much fun with these little visits each week as I do. It's really a lot of fun to try and make people laugh, because regardless of what your heartache might have been, while laughing for a few seconds, you've forgotten about it. I personally believe that each and every one of us was put here for a purpose, to build and not to destroy. And if by chance someday you're not feeling well, and you should remember some silly little thing that I've said or done, and it brings back a smile to your face or a chuckle to your heart, then my purpose has been served for the man upstairs. Thanks for having me in your living room. And so until next week, when... Sam!